I do not like VTEC. I'm not a fan. Today we are changing something fundamental about this car's design. These are A-style polyurethane skirts from a E60 5 Series. I have them riveted, you guys can tell, to the OEM rocker panel, which honestly I'm not a big fan of. All right, BMW heads will immediately recognize these
as they come from an E46 M3.
All right, gang, I have the skirts off the car. That's what the car looks like without skirts. I'm gonna go over really quick how to get them off. So I would highly recommend first jacking the car up and putting 2 jack stands on. I recommend using 2 flatheads to get these off, especially if they're the original ones. If not, you're gonna have to really pry at them. And having 2 flatheads really helps a lot. So you're supposed to get a little flathead underneath the slot and then just crank that like up. But you may have to go underneath the actual head of the pin itself and just crank that out. And then there's a bunch of these little clips and then it'll come out. You're supposed to take off those clips and then put them back on like that. See, the L part is down like that. So I went ahead and put all of them back on just for simplicity and time saving sake. So now we're gonna go through, we're gonna take off this excess wrap right here. And then we're gonna go through and also gonna remove this. We're also gonna cut off the rivets. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drill holes for these pins right here. I think that'd be a pretty good idea to hold these on. Probably just gonna chop them off. Alrighty, skirts are off. There they are. Went ahead and shaved that all the way off. These clips can just be pried off. They're not welded or anything onto the plastic. So I think we're just gonna like sand the rest of this off as much as we can. Here's the back as well. Yeah, just a hair longer than stock. Not really a big deal at all. And I think as well, we're gonna see about using these holes that are just below here, hard mounted to the OEM side skirt. Alrighty, I've got one side on. I have not put on the push clips yet, but as you can see here, I've got this zip tied to the fender right here. Hopefully that'll help keep it in place a little bit better. Yeah, this fits really well. The color is really close to what I was expecting. I mean, with that, man, that's about as good as you're gonna get right there. I did end up 3M taping this part, so it does kind of fold in right there. As you can see, the bottom part is still straight, so not really worried about it. It's just that top is folded in there. Also, as you can see, that hangs over just a hair. Love this angle right here. Skirts look very nice and proportioned. They look very big, which I'm a fan of. And the best part is that there's no visible hardware, which is super nice. I am a little bit worried about getting out of the driveway, but it should be okay. Alrighty, I have finished pretty much the driver's side skirt here. I'm gonna show you guys really quick what all I did to get this skirt mounted. So number one, let's start over here. So I have some ABS plastic laying around. I just cut out that little square and put in 2 wood screws right there. The next thing I did was I found every hole I could and every hole that I could find in the M3 skirt. So yeah, you can see that bracket right there that I made. And also I cut out this part here to make room for the pinch welds right there. And also I used 3M mounting tape right here all the way to here about. And then I used some more starting there all the way over here. And I used some clamps. If you don't have these, I highly recommend these. But as you can see, that's a pretty good line right there following that top. And of course the bottom is still straight. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna put in some more wood screws on each bracket and like one right here as well. And then I'm gonna call it a day and I'm gonna go ahead and mount it. All right, next clip, you guys will see the car on the ground with the skirts on and the bumper back on. All right, fellas, it's done. This is what they look like. Definitely a ton better than what was on it. It matches a lot better with the rear. And the front, it's definitely not perfect, but it is a start. Again, like I said, it's a lot better than what was on it. Definitely not the greatest angle, that's for sure. That's this side. So honestly, both sides aren't great, but it is a ton better than what was on there, that's for sure. Definitely gonna miss the scoops, that was really cool. But I think overall this looks way cleaner. Ready to mob next weekend at TogeCon. Next up is mirrors. If you follow me on Instagram, you would definitely know that that's not the mirrors that I've been rocking for the past couple months. It's a completely different set and it looks way better. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this little tutorial for all the 7th gen guys out there. Now you know we can fit E46 skirt.